for, Kyle, Alabama's quarterback room might be the most underrated room, not in Tuscaloosa, in all of college football. Ty Simpson, Austin Mack, Dylan Lonergan, and Jalen Milroe. Come on now. With these quarterback coaches, that's success.
And do you feel when we look to kind of the future of this April 15th window, do you feel that one of these quarterbacks will transfer?
They could. And listen, if they do, they do. But even if one of them does transfer, Austin Mack is here. Jalen Milroe is here. Ty Simpson stood on principle. And I got so much respect for Ty Simpson, right? And then you have Dylan Lonergan, who we know, I mean, if this kid wants to go pursue baseball, he's going to be a phenom in baseball. He's got all the ability at quarterback. Even if someone transfers, Alabama has the luxury of having 4 names that could genuinely start at a lot of other colleges. That's a great place to be.
Yeah, I do too. And I've said this before. I feel that the quarterback room, at this point in time, is stronger than the quarterback room than last year at this point in time, right? You look to the experience that these guys now have. Even Ty Simpson and his limited abilities, he played last year. Like, he won a game for Alabama football last year. He came in and played, like Coach Darrell said at the beginning of the show. He saw a lot of positivities and a lot of good attributes from him against Kentucky, as did I. We really haven't seen Dylan Lonergan yet. Remember, Dylan Lonergan had a really good spring season last year. And he looks pretty good, you know, and you have Austin Mack coming in here as opposed to last year when you had these similar guys. You also had, I think you had Tyler Buckner at this point in time, and you also had Eli Holsting. Whatever the case is, you have a better quarterback room, but I think you also have better guys coaching the quarterback room. I don't know if Tommy Rees ever really vibed well with the quarterbacks. I really don't. And I think Jalen Milroe, I think he's been shortchanged from his offensive coordinators and his quarterback coaches. Bill O'Brien, Tommy Rees, I don't think those guys helped him develop. I think we're seeing rapid development right now because of Sheridan and I think Coach Kalen DeBoer. Like, those guys are quarterback and offensive-minded coaches at a higher level than I think even Bill O'Brien and Tommy Rees, right? I mean, Bill O'Brien didn't even want Jalen Milroe to play the position.
First off, Bill O'Brien can kick rocks. Right. I don't have much nice to say about him. I watched his offense be the most uncreative. You had Bryce Young. Kyle, I'm going to rant real fast. I'm untethered and my rage knows no bounds, right? You unzip me, Doc. So Bill O'Brien had Bryce Young, and our offense looked the best when the play that Bill O'Brien called fell apart and we had to rely on Bryce Young to be a magician. I ask this every time. I don't know if I've ever asked you, Kyle. You ever seen Bryce Young and Gandalf in the same room? He's a wizard, okay? And if it wasn't for him, I don't know what the offense would have done. But Bill O'Brien, all of those zero creativity from a route layering concept. I mean, you just had a bunch of comeback routes. There was no routes that were building on each other, a high-low concept. We almost never saw that. You had Jamison Williams, and you were just relying on Bryce Young to try and get out of the play that you called, scramble around and make something happen. And then to Rees's credit, I think Rees really tried. I really do. And that's why I'm always weary when I talk about Tommy Rees, because I think he did his best. But Kyle, he's 33 years old. He's never worked with a quarterback like Jalen Milroe. He didn't get to bring in his offense. He was told, hey, you're under 35 years old. You've never worked with a quarterback like this. Not only do you have to continue learning being an offensive coordinator, you got to now learn your new quarterback. You got to learn our offense. I just don't. I think Tommy Rees did the best he could, but you hit the nail on the head. Alabama has not had a quarterback coach of this caliber since Sark and A.J. Milwee were on campus. It's been a while. And now they've got some of the best in all of the business.
Yeah, and I think so. And I think you kind of rewind. So even what happened last year before Alabama hired Tommy Rees is I think that Coach Saban and probably Greg Byrne saw what was happening at Washington and wanted a piece of that, right? Or to try to get Ryan Grubb over to Alabama just because of the mind that Coach Kalen DeBoer is. And at that time, they probably felt that they couldn't get Coach Kalen DeBoer because Coach Saban's still here, obviously, right? So, and you've seen that happen when you have a great coach, you start to go after his assistants, just like you've started to see Nate Oates, right? Lose assistants. We've seen that from Coach Saban because you want the mind. Now you have Coach Kalen DeBoer, who is the mindset over here as the head man. Nick Sheridan, he played quarterback as well. You have Jamarcus Shepard, who I think adds an added element. And I know he's not a quarterback's coach, but I think from a passing game concept and the wide receivers, I think there's a lot of continuity within that room. So when I look to Alabama's offensive setup right now, Kalen DeBoer, and as you can see right here with Nick Sheridan on the headset with the helmet communication, he is the guy working with the quarterback. So you have a three-pronged attack at the offensive coordinator, which I think is spilling over to the quarterback room. So this is probably the best quarterback coaching room since Alex Mortensen, AJ Milwee, Steve Sarkisian were here with Alabama. And I think over the next couple of months, you're going to continue to see that quarterback room flourish. And it all starts with the scrimmage today. I have no idea what's going to happen at the scrimmage, but I promise you these quarterbacks, are making a lot of progress right now. We've seen, we've said it before, the times that we have seen Jalen Milroe, he has looked really, really nice. Coach Kalen DeBoer continues to highlight him. Said it yesterday on CBS Sports Radio. He is the guy. He is the guy taking first team's reps. That doesn't mean there's not competition within the quarterback room. It just it means that Milroe is the guy right now. And Antoine hooking everybody up with five Fan Funder memberships. We appreciate you, Antoine. To everybody else inside the Undefeated, let's take a look at that super chat leaderboard real quick and kind of zoom out. You guys honestly support us right here on Bama Football on YouTube, whether you're just hitting the thumbs up, whether you're super chatting, whether you're a sponsor. Thank you so much. So right now, Efron in with $300, which is just incredible. Caitlin, $250, Jarvis, $100, Jared, $50, Patriot Life. We are not backed by national business. We're not salary employed. We're not part of the big three networks, Rivals, 24/7 on 3. We are independents. You guys literally support us. Viewers like you. How you can do that? You can become a fan funder of this YouTube channel if you like the content. $2.99 a month. You can super chat, or if you're not in that position, you can just hit the thumbs up if you like the content. And we really, really appreciate you guys. Ty, have a great segment. Jarvis said it should be 124 because he just added the fan funders. We will get you on that, Jarvis. So thank you very much. Ty, have an amazing segment. You got Ty up until 11, then you got Coach Smook, and then this afternoon you have Alabama's football scrimmage. We will cover that after with Coach Kalen DeBoer's press conference live right here on Bama Football on YouTube, probably like 5:45 p.m. And then after that, Coach Smook and I will go live from the steps of Bryant-Denny Stadium. And then tonight, Alabama basketball in action in the Sweet 16 against North Carolina. Tip-off is scheduled for 8:40, I think. I'd probably say it's closer to 9 p.m. from the Staples Center. A lot going on. We got you covered right here at Bama Football on YouTube. Ty, have an amazing segment, bro. Love your grind. Follow Ty. Around the Table Sports does an amazing job for us right here on Bama Football on YouTube. All the Undefeated and everybody inside the Super Chat family and the Undefeated, thank you very much for being here. We really, really appreciate you. Ty, do your thing, man. And we will catch up with you soon right here on Bama Football on YouTube.
Appreciate it.